do I think she's most attractive?
Yeah, in general, when do you think most women reach their peak as far as like being the most attractive to men?
I feel like it doesn't come with age, in my opinion, because I know I have friends that are my age and I have friends that are in their 30s, and my friends that are my age that are in healthy relationships are way more stable, have their priorities in line, and I feel like that's why they are in relationships, whereas my friends that are like
But when did they attract their partner?
when
In
they
their 20s? And then they just lasted long?
yes, like my friends that are in a relationship right now are in their 20s. But like I'm saying, like my older friends still don't have things figured out.
Okay. Do you think, so the older women don't have their things figured out. When do you think a woman has the highest likelihood of attracting the best male? In her 20s or in her 30s?
Honestly, in her 20s.
So wouldn't it make sense to find a guy when you have the most negotiating power as a female, which is in your 20s?
Yes, but in my personal opinion,
Mm-hmm.
I am not really worried about that right now.
That's fine, but
So like I feel like for the right person, yes, but as of right now, like no, like I really genuinely like don't care. Like that's not a priority for mine. Like I have a lot of things that I want to do for myself, so I just don't think like that.
no, I understand that you don't think like that, but I think the important thing is you got to think how the man that you want thinks. So it's like, so let me give you an example.
Okay, but wouldn't my man want me to just be doing myself then at this age where I'm still maturing and learning about how to go about life so that I'm mentally prepared? No? Okay.
How about this? Let's switch
so
the scenario.
I should just go about life like what?
Hold on. Let's switch the scenario, okay? Let's switch the scenario. Let's say I take my 20s to, really doll myself up, right? I go to the gym all the time. I'm doing manicures. I'm buying really expensive designer. I'm taking care of myself. I'm not necessarily educating myself and focusing on making money. I'm focusing on like just making myself super attractive, right? Throughout my 20s, into my 30s, and into my 40s, right? But I want to get a girl. Do you think I'm going to be an attractive partner for a girl to take me seriously if I'm just like a pretty boy that doesn't have anything else together? I'm not necessarily confident. I'm not ambitious.
No,
I still
not
live
at
with
all.
my parents.
No, not at all. That's quite opposite of what I would look for in a man.
Fantastic. That's the equivalent to a woman pursuing her career versus getting a guy when she has the most negotiating power.
Gotcha, bitch!
You're focusing on something that men don't give a fuck about. Men don't care about your career. They don't care about your education. They don't care about your status. That's like me focusing on my handsomeness and me being a pretty boy to get a bad chick. Women don't care about a man's beauty just like men don't care about a woman's status and income. It doesn't benefit me for you to make money, just like it doesn't benefit you for me to be a pretty boy.
Okay, I understand what you're saying, but in that sense, at the end of the day, it's not guaranteed that I'm going to have a man ever. So why would that be my priority? Wouldn't my priority be how I can take care of myself?
That's crazy. So you rather fail than try to become the woman that he wants?
I'm doing pretty good. I'm doing well. I'm not failing. Just because I don't have a man doesn't mean I'm failing.
No, but you said you want a man, right?
I do if it's the right one, but I'm not going to just like degrade myself just because I feel like I need to be married or whatever. I don't want to be married unless it's like with the right person.
How are you degrading yourself? If you're preparing for a man to be the right wife for him, how's that degrading yourself?
But why do I need to do that right now? I don't understand.
It's because you have the most negotiating power
so how do I
right
prepare?
now.
In your opinion, if you're giving me advice at 22 years old, what's your advice to me on how to prepare for that?
All I'm simply saying is that women tend to think that they have the entire, they have a lot of time to go ahead and find their guy. What I'm saying is that a woman's attraction is perishable. Like, you go ahead and you have your career and you make your money and 10 years passes by and you're 32. Well, guess what? You're not going to be as hot as you are at 22, unfortunately. And the thing is that as you pursue that career and make more money and get older, your ability to find the man that you want is going to go down. It's simple. You're going to make more money. That means a smaller pool of men are attractive to you. Those men that make that same level of money are going to go with a younger, hotter girl a lot of the times. So you're effectively making it harder for yourself to find a guy as you make more money and get older. I tell girls, find a guy when you're young, because you only have a finite amount of time to meet the guy that you want, but you can always go back and chase a career after the fact.
Could you imagine you meet this guy, let's say, a month from now, right? Perfect guy, tall, successful, good looking to you, has money to take care of you. You say, you know what? Right now, I'm focused on my career. I'll find another guy later on. But then you don't. So you passed up the guy who would have been for you, but also, when he met you, you weren't the right woman for him, which means, for example, you focus on your career, not being a wife, being a mother for his kids. Why do you take it serious?
No, yeah, exactly. I see what you're saying. In that scenario, though, besides those three things that are tangible, what else are they offering me?
He's taking care of you.
Yes, okay, but what if he's controlling? What if he's jealous? What if he's abusive?
You said what if, right?
Okay, because this is a what if situation. There's not a guy in my life like this right now, so it is a what if situation.
If you meet the perfect guy for you, he may have some issues, so to speak, but still he's there for you, right?
There for me financially, or just in every single aspect?
Every aspect.
Okay.
But if you're not the right woman for him, will he choose you? No.
Okay.
So we're saying opportunity comes once, maybe twice. We're saying don't pass it by. Be ready for when he comes. So when he comes to you, okay, she's wifey material. I want to be with her.
Okay, yeah, I see what you're saying. I thought you were thinking like why I haven't at this point, but yes, I do agree. If it is healthy and like I do want to pursue that guy, like I wouldn't be like, oh, just because I'm in my 20s. But I'm saying as of right now, like I haven't found that, so that's not my priority right now. But yes, I do agree that would be a beneficial situation for both parties.
Okay.
I think it needs to be a priority if you're serious about it. Like, you know, the problem is that girls kind of operate on this I want a man versus I need a man. And if you behave as if you only want something, you're not going to do all the work required to get it because you only want it. Need is what you really need to operate with finding a guy. And it's like girls want this dude that's like makes a bunch of money and is successful and ambitious and all this other thing. Well, you and every other girl wants him too. So it's like, how are you going to set yourself apart from all the other girls? You're going to have to need him versus just want him because most girls operate on the lens of I want him. That's not enough, unfortunately. If every other guy wants him. I'm sorry, every other girl wants him.
Yeah, you got to stand out.
But, I mean, hey, man, you don't got to listen to us, man. Keep doing your thing. But I just find it funny how, like, when I reverse the roles and I take the analogy and I say, I'm going to focus on my beauty as a man, you would never accept me.
Yeah.
But then you expect a guy to accept you for focusing on something we don't give a fuck about.
Okay, so I have a question. So at this age, if all those things, like men my age can't provide that for me, like say I make more than them at this point in time, what if I'm like, okay,
why are you looking at 22-year-old men?
I'm not. That's what I'm saying. I'm saying I ideally don't think that like in the future my husband's gonna be 10 years older than me. But at this point in time, there's men my age are still growing. They're still finding ways to be successful, etc. So in my opinion, I feel like it's gonna happen in my like late 20s, early 30s, whenever men my age are more financially stable.
Why not just date a guy that's older than you now?
Because
the average age of marriage anyway is 7 to 10 years.
So you're telling me just get married?
He could be watching you right now.
Yep.
Literally right now.
If I were a young girl, I would be trying to get married as soon as I can to a successful dude. Because all the other stuff can wait. You can always go back to school. You can always pursue a career after the fact. But you only have a finite amount of time to get the best guy and get kids.
Yeah, like if I had a daughter, I'd be giving her this advice.
Yeah, I would tell her to find a man ASAP.
That window of finding a man, especially nowadays, it's tough.
Real tough.
Vice versa.
Yeah.
So.
And guys are getting weaker and weaker every day, trying to split checks and all this other shit. It's like, bro, you're not gonna. If you find a guy that has these traits that you want, chivalrous and a leader and dominant, whatever, he's gonna want a traditional woman back in return a lot of the times. He's not gonna want some, feminist babe boss that's 31 years old looking for a dude, bro.
Facts.
She's used at that point. No offense.
That's just all the fuck.
She's old and
you don't want to be like her.
Baggage.
Like who?
Like her.
Oh.
Man, what?
OnlyFans.
Yeah, what
okay, then 18 years old is the perfect age, right?
Nobody said that, but I mean, okay.
Wait, is that when you got married, Miss Russia?
No, actually a little bit later.
A little bit? 29 now.
Yes, so 5 years.
Oh,
24.
Man, you old nigga.
Good fuck. It's not old, man. Well, not yet. All right, where are we at here? Okay, D in Miami goes $20. When blue shirt at space.
Oh, they saw you at space.
Wait, who?
Were you at space? Partying?
I went there for my friend's 21st birthday.
With your man?
Yes, his best friend.
Okay.
Space fucking sucks, man. It's just a drug den.
I never been there.
The girl 2 down from Fresh is whiter than Zerka's coat. Question